Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kakadash, the Barnes the Apostles, and elders great millstone for teaching us this truth, peace, and blessings. To the hope like to build them, Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in Hebrew, Bashim is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back to the lesson. And today, we're going to be going to another M.O.T.B update. As you're already seeing the infrastructure, the foundation that's being laid out right before your very eyes, and also how they have been conditioning and preparing people for this beast system by the way the technology on the left-hand side. You know, you're already seeing technology to that of the Neuralink, or similar to that of the Neuralink, where, you know, people were once paralyzed, but now they're able to walk again. You're seeing more self-checkout aisles being added. You're seeing schools now having pretty much digital lockers where you just show your school ID in order to open it. So you're seeing the digitized route that they are heading towards, and also not even mentioning these different headsets that they're creating. I think Apple came out with the Apple Vision Pro. I forget the exact name of it was, but you're pretty much able to see a hologram, you know, right in front of you, and look into the past and all these different things. Which, when I say look into the past, you're able to record certain moments and then look back at it whenever you want, whatever the case may be. But you're seeing the steps that are being taken. But after this video right here, I came across this guy has the entire internet in his head, and many people are going to be deceived into taking this Quran, this M.O.T.B. Because a lot of people are going to see the benefits of it, the incentives of it, you know, because now you're seeing people that are once paralyzed, blind, are not going to be able to see and walk again. You know, so a lot of people will be deceived into taking it, man. But we're going to get later in these scriptures, if you do take it, you will be destroyed, man. And also put this point across how we need to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. But let's get this video out of the way real quick, and then we'll jump into a few scriptures I got. And Lord will be a fun lesson. It's quick to the point. Let's dive into it.
He silently asks the computer, and then hears the answer through vibrations transmitted through his skull and into his inner ear.
What's the largest city in Bulgaria, and what is the population?
The screen shows how long it takes the computer to read the words that he's saying to himself.
Sofia, 1.21 million.
That is correct. You just Googled that.
I did.
You could be an expert in any subject. You have the entire internet in your head.
That's the idea.
He's silent.
You know, a lot of people see how cool this is, and also, like Elon Musk a while back, you know, came out so you could listen to music in your brain if you take it, whatever. You know, and a lot of people were saying, I can't wait for it. I'm going to get one as soon as it comes out. And very soon, you're going to have people lining up to take this thing, man. And that's going to be a sight to see. And that's how you know we're at the end, man. Because the M.O.T.B, Revelation 13:16, is a heavy end-time prophecy. Pecan. Let's continue on. Like I said, I got a few scriptures. Don't want to make it a super big lesson. You know, something I came across and was make a lesson, you know, through the Spirit. So, it's Revelation 13:16-17, and you should know the scripture by now already. Now it says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, so meaning everyone, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead. And you still have a lot of these other Israelite camps that are still pushing that the M.O.T.B is a spiritual mark, that it's sin itself. And ultimately just goes to show a lot of these guys have sold out and took the bag. You know, because it cannot get any clearer than what the M.O.T.B is now. You know, it's crystal clear, man, of what the M.O.T.B is. You know, and Tawadi Yahweh Bashim Al Shai for opening our eyes in order to receive it, man. But verse 16, and he called those with small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into the word mark in the Greek, it goes into the word charagma, then goes into etch, scratch, showing you that it's a physical mark. So it's important to look into the etymology of words so that you know what the scriptures are going into. That's why it's going to be going to, you know, study to show yourself approved, to know what we're talking about, man. Especially as prophets, because it's free and bond to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And a lot of people, you know, take this right here, say, I didn't say left hand, so I could take it in my left hand, this and that. But when you go into Revelation 14th chapter, 9th verse, it goes into either hand. You know, so a lot of people are just trying to create loopholes and trying to slither around what's written and what Yahweh Bashim Shai set in stone. You know, there's no creating loopholes, man. If you take it, you will be destroyed. Simple as that. You know, but you're going to have many people trying to create excuses in order to take it and then try to get rid of it, try to take it out, and all these different things, man. If you take it, if it enters your body, you are finished, man. And you'll partake in that thermonuclear fire. And also going back into their foreheads, you see Elon Musk creating the Neuralink, which I believe they've begun human trial testing earlier, like 2 months ago, if I'm correct. So hey, things are going down, man. Things are happening. Verse 17. And also, just going back to that point I mentioned earlier, you're already seeing, similar tech to that of the Neuralink already out there. You have, I think, a couple people, have the brain see-up already. Now they're able to, walk again and all these different things. But verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, and very soon you won't be able to operate without this charagma. You even had the WEF come out and say that you need the CBDC will need to be implanted under your skin. What do you think this is speaking of, man? One more time, that no man might buy or sell, and they even mentioned in that article, if you don't have this CHIP, this CBDC in you, you won't be able to operate in society. Paraphrasing, roughly recalling what was said in that article, which I made a lesson, going into that, and also many other brothers have went into it. If you look at that for yourself. Verse 17, that no man might buy, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the enemy beast of the number of his name. So once and very soon you'll be able to live a so-called normal life without it, because everything's going to be ran through that charagma. Just how you have kind of like a universal remote, it pretty much goes to everything in your house. And that's what the M.O.T.B is going to be. Everything will be ran through that CHIP, man. And you're already seeing many other nations leaving and dropping the dollar. You're seeing the economy collapsing, the dollar losing its value. Many people are going to look for a solution, man. And these devils are swooping with that, solution, which is going to be that CHIP, man, which you have a lot of people hopping on board with, especially when things continue to get worse, when the dollar continues to crash, people are losing money. A lot of people are going to hop on board with it, man. But the 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, let Satan should get evangelists, for we're not ignorant of his devices. So we see what this devil's playing at, as you're seeing the many implementations of his technology and different things he's trying to do, and how he's slowly conditioning and preparing for this beast system, to usher in this M.O.T.B. Which, by the way, of the technology that you are seeing already. They even have in stores, they now have pretty much digital lock signs where you need to show your ID in order to open it. Over there in China, they have a face ID scanner where you need to show your face in order to enter a certain part of the area, at the location you're at. So you're seeing the steps that are being taken, man, and it can't get any clearer. Matthew 24 and 24. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to have many people going to be deceived and led astray into taking this charagma. Excuse me. Now, for there shall arise false anointed and false prophets, which you're seeing now as we speak and been seeing. A lot of these guys have been, pushing, false doctrine and not changing it, not correcting it. Because ultimately, these guys have sold out, man. Speaking of IUIC, ICPK, a few other different camps, man. Because even with this, clear-cut, crystal clear proof, they're still, feigning ignorance, for lack of better words, But it said, further shall arise false anointed and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders. As you saw in that video right there, how he's able to pretty much surf the web with his brain. Many people are going to see the benefits in that, People are not going to want to carry the phone, laptops anymore, and people are going to, lean towards having that. As I mentioned in this, the Apple Vision Pro, I forgot the exact thing what it was, but it's pretty much like a kind of like a VR headset, but you're able to look through it and all that. So a lot of people are gonna hop on board with these things these devils are implementing, man. But then shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. But it's impossible to deceive the Shai's elect, man. So I speak going to the true Lord reveals his secrets unto the servants, the prophets, as well as because it's given unto you to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Also, it's given to you and let's see real quick. Don't want to butcher the scripture. Now, he answered me that he answered and sent to me, or sorry, he answered and sent to them, because it's given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So there you go. Also, this other scripts I can find. Surely, the election. Right here. Romans 11:7. That says, "What then? Israel not obtained that which he seeks for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded." So the elect have this 100% truth, man. And are able to see through these lies that this devil is spouting and the deception that's going out. Now let's get 2 Thessalonians 2:9 out of that point of the deception that's going to go out. As even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Many people are going to see the miracles that these devils are performing on the left-hand side through this technology and hop right along with it, man. But once again, if you do take it, you will be destroyed, which we're about to get in these few scriptures right here. It's like it. Revelation 2:10. Now it says, "Fear none of the things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that ye may be tried." And you're seeing many of these Walmarts being shut down for a reason. You know, Walmart being a play on words when you flip the words around. Martial law. You know, so a lot of these can be turned to, FEMA camp centers, martial law centers, whatever the case may be. But let's continue on. "Behold, the devil shall cast him into prison, that ye may be tried." So if we continue to deny this beast system and not bow down and take that charagma, we're going to face persecution. We're going to be hated. People are going to look at us like we're crazy for not taking it, man. Just like you had, with the juice. When people didn't have the juice, people look at you like you were crazy, man. You were selfish. You don't want to help the people around you. You want to protect your family, this and that. You had this one football player, come out and tweet saying that the people that didn't take it, should be thrown in jail or fined. And look what happened to him. He got taken out, man. Judgment from Yahweh Shemel Shai. But let's continue on. "Behold, the devil shall cast him into prison, that you may be tried, and shall have tribulation 10 days, going to a certain period of time. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So if we endure, remain faithful, and believe, we will receive that reward that's waiting upon us, or waiting for us. Which also about to see right here, Revelation 3:10. "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation." The hour of temptation will be when that M.O.T.B is presented in front of us, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So everyone's going to be faced with this, man. And that's why Yahweh Hashem Shai said, "A prophet among you to warn you of these coming times, and to not take this charagma." Because guess what? If you do, this is what you will partake in right here. Revelation 14:9 through 10. "And as their angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image," and how you do that? By the way of receiving that mark. "And receive his mark in his forehead," because once you receive that mark, that goes to show that you're in agreement with it. That says, "or in his hand." So either hand you take it in, you will be destroyed. Your right hand being your dominant hand. But a lot of people trying to create a loophole and, what if I take my left hand, or do this, what if I do that? Trying to slither around it, man. There's no ifs or buts about it. You take it and you will be destroyed. Simple and plainly put, man. Read this from the middle part. "If any man worships the beast and his image, and receive his mark in the right," and it's like, "and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand," what's going to go at this forehead, deal with the Neuralink. And as you already see in that video we played, that's something similar to the Neuralink. Verse 10, "The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation," which is going to be by the way of thermonuclear fire. When you go to Isaiah 34, when you go into Isaiah 13, when you go into just many other scriptures, man, mentioning and going into the thermonuclear destruction. Now it says, "He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone." What's that fire and brimstone going to be? Thermonuclear missiles. Best believe that. "In the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb." So that you not only be partaking and receiving this coming judgment, man. So take heed to these warnings, man. Because ultimately it's Yahweh Shema Shai warning you through his men. Now let's shut this down with James 1:12. "And Lord was edifying lesson. And it says, Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, shall receive the crown of life." So if we endure, remain faithful, and believe, there is a reward waiting for us, man. So the scripture also go into how our labor is not in vain. So the work that we're putting in, it is more than worth it, man. As scripture also touched on, going into in 2 Corinthians chapter, I believe 4:17, going into how, dang, I just lost it. Let's actually get it real quick since I mentioned it. Don't want to butcher it. Now, 2 Corinthians 4:17, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, work is for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So it's more than worth going through these things, facing affliction and adversity to receive this coming reward, man. More than worth it. So read James 1:12 one more time and we'll shut down from there. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised them that love him. So continue to endure, remain faithful, and believe once again, we will receive that crown of life, Lord willing. So pretty much the main point of the lesson already, like I said, is to be, short and to the point. So I do want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai, Bashem Kakadash, the Barnes of the Apostles, and else great millstone for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the Hope Life Division. Shalom. See you next one, Lord willing.